Well, we are here. We are on day 30. Can you believe that we got to this point? I'm super excited. And I have a special guest with me today, Lakeisha Michelle.
Hey,
You may
hey.
have already heard her beautiful sound, but you'll hear it today in a whole new way. So, day 30 is about finding your unique rhythm. This entire experience program was designed to allow you to understand the tools, techniques, and the foundation when you speak to inspire, not to impress. I have to tell you that in this program, we've covered so many things. We've covered techniques about how to tell a story, how to take people into the valley and take them back out so that they know who you are, they connect with you. We've learned the idea of verbal highlights. We've learned how to inspire one, how to inspire 1,000. We've learned so many techniques, and I want you to really hold on to the techniques that you learn because those techniques will elevate it. But there's only one way to wrap this up. There's only one way to bring this place to a close. I've invited you to do many things because I told you at the beginning of this journey that this is an action-based course and that the antidote for despair, meaning how do you get out of the things that you don't want to stay in any longer, is that you're in action. I've asked you to stay in action because action is in fact the antidote to despair. It moves away from you the things that you don't want. And action also, as you know very well, the prescription for success. It moves you toward the things that you desire. Action, 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 right? And so every day I've asked you to be in action. Today is no different. And remember that even though the daily course, the daily portion of this course is complete, the course continues. The work continues. The growth continues because you'll stay inside the tribe. You're always inside the tribe. And there's an exercise, the big crescendo that we're doing, where you're putting on a live event. You're putting it on live with people actually in the room with you. You're putting it on live online, or for my advanced super achiever students, my superheroes and sheroes, you're gonna do both. You're gonna have a live event and you're going to make sure that it shows up online live. So remember that that's still coming. We're still expecting to see that in the tribe. You know, Keisha, you know I've traveled all over the world, right? And I've been on 6 different continents. I've had the pleasure of sitting beside kings and queens, having lunch and having dinner with some of the most amazing change agents and world leaders on the planet. And the one thing that I've seen all around the world is that song and music, that's a universal connector. That, and not only song, but the same songs. Like in Croatia, they're playing Prince. And then I go over to South Africa and they're playing Janet Jackson. And then I go to Slovenia and they don't speak any English and yet they're playing Beyonce.
And we got in the taxi this morning and they were playing Tupac.
Right, like everywhere, all over the world. I was in Taipei and they spoke no English. Like literally, I'm trying to talk, they speak no English. But when Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror came on, everyone knew all the words. And so I really realized that music is a healing energy. Yes. But here's what I know. And the reason why I have this particular lesson taught this way, the reason why in the opening I had music as well, is because music is simply a use of words.
Yes.
Music is a use of words. It's a unique use of words designed to bring forth an emotion or designed to do some things. So I teach about speaking, the art of using your words as a speaker or as an individual who simply wants to bring stronger energy or stronger impact to your words when you speak. So I want to be very clear. I speak to people who just want to have more impact when you speak, and then I train speakers who want to be powerful speakers. But you have a relationship to music. So I thought in this particular final course, it would be beautiful to fuse how words are used on multiple platforms and how when they're joined together, they're even more powerful. So music has done so much. And music is simply words.
Right.
And words are powerful. I taught one of my courses here, one of the days here, I talked about touching your audience on multiple platforms. Right. What I didn't even mention was music. I talked about books, I talked about online, I talked about speaking. Music is one as well.
Yeah. Well, music is so sacred to me because of what it's been in my life. before I said, oh, I'm going to be a singer, the relationship I had to music was it was a healer. It's kind of a savior, so to speak. I remember being in the bathroom, and I was in an abusive relationship for a couple years, and I remember being in the bathroom, I would play this one song, and I knew that that abuse wasn't the end of my story. And that song, literally, I'm like getting the visual now, getting a little emotional, but that song got me through. And it's funny to hear the song now, because I knew in that moment, but that song helped me remember what kind of woman I was, even though I didn't look in the mirror and relate to that woman.
And see that woman that
Yeah,
day.
and it helped me get through. And so music is just when I'm happy, when I want to celebrate, when I'm excited to make some money. It's personal for me, and it just cements, messages in my life. I use it to remind myself of different things. So it's very powerful. Music is actually a mnemonic device. It's a tool that helps people remember facts, large amounts of information. You see it in rhymes, you see it in songs, acronyms, images. It helps us remember a list of facts. Actually, Dr. David C. Rubin says that before narratives could be written down, they were chanted, they were sung, and that's the history we have today.
Is that how we say A, B, C?
That's exactly how we say grown adults are still singing. I still have to sing my ABCs. So scientists have actually proven in many studies that listening to music activates the euphoric center in the mind. It's the same center of the mind that makes you it's the emotion from drugs, food, or sex. So it's extremely powerful. And like I said, it's just used to heal. You can use music to take your audience deeper into your experience. So take a look at your message, any message, and see where you can add tone, music, and allow your listener to go further. And remember your message.
So what I want to do is I want to play with music a bit. Not that you need to know how to sing. I don't know how to sing. I'm very clear. I don't sing. But I use song as a tool to help me deliver a message and add a higher vibration. I see every moment as an opportunity to inspire people. And you want to pull every tool that you have together. So in this course today, in this particular lesson, I want to really bring forth the awareness that the vibration of sound comes from different levels. And you have the opportunity to incorporate them all. Seeing every moment as an opportunity to inspire. That's the whole concept. The whole concept of this program is to see every moment as an opportunity to use your voice to inspire. Understanding that there's a dance that occurs. There's a rhythm in your voice. There's a rhythm with words, whether it's through standard words in speaking, whether it's through poetry, and finding your cadence that allows the words coming across your lips to dance, dance, dance. Whether it's through song, that words and sound provide something for the people listening to you that you have no idea about. Words and sound allow you to bring forth that greatness that's in your belly. And when you fuse speaking words with singing words, something magical happens. See, there's a greatness in you. There's a greatness in all of us that just occurs. So we're gonna do this dance, and I'm gonna invite you to incorporate this when you're speaking, having music playing in the background maybe, having a particular song that you like or love playing in the background, and every now and then, and this is when you're speaking to 1 or 100 or 1,000. Everything I say, remember, everything I say applies to a small group of 1 or to a large group of 1,000 or 10,000. That brings sound into your message. And every now and again, quiet your voice, your speaking voice, and allow the music to come forth. Because what happens is, and you know this, and we've done this many times on stage together, song can reinforce everything that you're saying, but it brings forth the instrument. It brings forth the rhythm. So it's almost like turbo boosting your message. Yeah. That's it. That's it. If you want to turbo boost your message, add song. So let's give you a little sample. So there's greatness in you. There's always been greatness in you. There always will be greatness in you. We all have to go through a journey of finding and owning who we are. And not every part of that journey is easy. There are times when we've looked for the joy outside of ourselves. There's time where I've looked for strength outside of myself. There's time where I've looked for validation outside of myself, only to realize that I've always been enough.
Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone to fulfill my needs.
Sometimes you're searching for something that you won't find. You won't find it because it's you.
A lonely place to be, so I learned to depend on me.
See, you have to make a decision that I'm enough. I'm brilliant enough, I'm smart enough, I'm wise enough, I'm tall enough, I'm short enough, I'm old enough, I'm young enough. I am enough.
See, I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe.
See, when you do life on your own terms, all of a sudden, it's okay to win big or fail big because at least you played the way you deserve to play. The last thing you want to do is get to the end of your life and never say you played full out. You never gave yourself a chance. You want to give yourself the biggest chance possible.
No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me.
See, when you can fall madly in love with you, in love with the sound of your voice, in love with the rhythm of your step, in love with the way you love, the way you've fallen. If you can fall in love with your biggest mistakes, all of a sudden you realize, wait a minute, my path is perfect. My journey is amazing. I'm exactly where I should be.
I found the greatest love of all inside of me.
Music, sound, blend them together. Use the strength of music. Now, you might not have a Lakeisha Michelle sitting next to you, but you always have music. All around the world, in every crevice and corner, every island I've been on, music has been there. So use music as the healing agent that it is. Allow sound to play with you, to heal you, to hold you. Allow it to be in the space with your family, with your friends, with your audiences, with your students. Because as you allow the light of music to come through, it allows the light of greatness to come through your students, your family, your friends, your environment. Music is a healing agent. Allow it to play and play boldly.
I found the greatest love of all inside of me.
As we bring this amazing, wonderful, soul-filling program to a close, I want to remind you of something. That Sally is 7 years old, and she's going to cross your path. And the words you speak to Sally are going to breathe life into her. It's going to set her life on fire at 7 years old. You're going to tell her something that she's never going to forget. Your words are more powerful than you can ever imagine. And then there's Tom. Tom is 27 years old, and Tom is at a point where he needs to press restart in his life. He goes to a small event that you just happen to be at. He goes to a small event that you just happen to be speaking at. You thought there would be 50 people, but there were only 10. But Tom is one of the 10 people. And Tom needs to get his life back. Tom needs someone to be possibility for him. And he crosses your path. And then there's Annie. She's 46. And Annie is standing behind you at the bank. And Annie captures your attention. And she's been buried by the title of being a wife and being a mother and being a sister and being a daughter. And Annie is fighting for her own breath. And she crosses your path at the bank. And then there's that woman at the grocery store who's checking you out. You know, she's sliding your groceries past the counter and she looks at you. And in that moment, the words you speak mean everything to her. What will you say? Who will you be? See, you're not just speaking when you're on stage. You're speaking every time you cross my path with every word that comes out of your mouth, every movement of your body. You're either bringing life into me or you're doing something else. What are you doing? Look at Annie. Look for Tom. Look for Sally. Look for the woman at the bank and the woman at the grocery store. Look for all the people in your life. They've already been there. They're waiting. They're hoping. They're praying that with your voice, you will speak more life into them than they could ever imagine. Your legacy is happening right now. Your legacy is in this moment. See, you are a unique, unrepeatable miracle. No one can do you better than you. No one can do you like you. And it's not in your perfection that you'll bring such a beautiful experience to us. It's in your imperfection and the way you dance with your imperfection. It's the way you live inside of this journey called yours. It's the way you move in and out of joy. It's the way you step in and out of forgiveness. It's the way you love the perceivingly unlovable. It's the way you forgive the perceivingly unforgivable. Your voice, your voice is an extension of the essence and the declaration you've made to this planet to make it a better place because you were born. Oh, we need you. We need you like you've never imagined. And you are perfect for this assignment. You're perfect for this job. You're perfect for this journey. You're perfect for this quest. You're dynamic. You're beautiful. You're brilliant. You're enough. You're awesome. And I'm honored to be on this journey with someone as amazing as you.
Oh, this little light of mine.
Let your light shine bright.
I'm gonna let it shine.
We can't wait to see it shine.
Oh, this little light of mine.
Boy, your light is brilliant.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
Let your light shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine bright through your voice.
Let it shine.
Through your voice, let it shine.
Let it shine.
As a matter of fact, your light's not even little. You got a big light.
This big light of mine.
How about we just make it big?
I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it shine bright.
Oh, this big light of mine.
Let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Even if it's so bright for you some days.
This big light of mine.
Just put on your shades.
I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
What if you declared that today? What if today you declared, as a culmination of this program, I'm going to let my light shine brightly, unapologetically. I'm going to no longer shrink so that the people around me won't feel insecure in my presence. I'm not going to dim my light because they can't handle my light. If they can't handle my light, I'm going to keep my light shining bright and invite them to put on some shades.
Oh, this big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
This is the program
This big light of mine,
to turn up your light with. This one.
I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
I'm your sister in prosperity and in possibility. And it's been my honor, our honor, to walk this journey with you, to assist you in discovering more of your voice, more of your power, more of your possibility, more of your joy, more of your light.
Let it shine.
More of your shine. I'll see you real soon.